Hello everybody, Tere back again with another video. Yeah guys, today's video will be about, like the title is saying, quarterfinal preview French Open 2020. Yeah guys, we have 8 men last. The final 8 are here guys. Soon it will be the final 4, soon it will be the final 2. And on Sunday, of course, it will be only one last man standing. We are really juicy matchups, guys. I'm really liking these matchups. We have had some great runs from qualifiers, wild cards, you name it. But all of them are out now. We have the big boys now, guys, left in the draw. 5 out of 8 of those quarterfinal players that I predicted are left. The only plumps has been Shapovalov, Zverev, and RBA. I don't want to take any time away from you guys, so this video doesn't get murderous long, because all of you have a life like me. Without further ado, let's start with my thoughts about these 4 quarterfinals that we have ahead of us. I want to start with the world number 1 versus Pablo Carreño Busta first. Novak Djokovic, of course, versus Pablo Carreño Busta. Novak Djokovic, who is so far in the season 35-1 in win-losses, even though that I'm not counting that loss he had against Pablo Carreño Busta in US Open last month. But technically it is a loss, but he didn't lose, like we all know, the match, a normal tennis match. He got defaulted in the first set after Pablo Carreño Busta braked Novak's serve. Now Novak has a chance to revenge himself. Pablo Carreño Busta has actually never defeated Novak Djokovic in a normal tennis match. So the head-to-head is 3-love to Novak Djokovic. If you count that US Open match, 3-1. They have faced each other 2 times on clay. Novak has won both of those 2 encounters, but never in a 5-set match on clay. What can I say about this matchup, guys? Pablo Carreño Busta is really steady off the ground. He will challenge Novak from the baseline. Pablo Carreño Busta will not defeat himself. Novak needs to defeat Pablo. That's for sure. I've been impressed from Pablo Carreño Busta. He's showing some consistent results, guys. He was in the semifinals in US Open. He was only 1 set away from playing the US Open final. Now he's in the quarterfinal here in French Open. So he's making some noise, to say the least. This will not be an easy task for Novak Djokovic by any means, but I'm really impressed from Novak Djokovic, really. Yeah, we can say he has had a walk in the park draw, but his first little test against Karen Khachanov yesterday, I was impressed, man. Karen Khachanov has played some decent tennis. We all know that Karen Khachanov he has been on a long vacation since 2018, Paris, when he won his first ever Maiden Masters, defeated Novak there. In the final, if I'm not mistaken, Karen Khachanov. But since then, he has been really out of the scene, Karen Khachanov, guys. But in this year's French Open, he has shown some good tennis, man. I've been impressed. He has won some good fights, Karen Khachanov. He has won his matches 3 or 4 sets, his first 3 rounds. And he did a pretty good match against Novak, in my opinion. It was not like, because we all know Karen Khachanov is a big hitter. Sometimes he can do a lot of winners, and sometimes he can do a lot of unforced errors and can defeat himself. But it was not the case in this match against Novak. He did only 31 winners. 31 unforced errors. It was not like he did over 50 unforced errors, something like that. And 31 winners. So it was even Steven there with with unforced 10 winners. But it was not problem for Novak. 6-4, 6-3, 6-3. Novak just dropped 10 games. Novak braked Karen Khachanov serve 6 times. Novak did 44 winners and only 28 unforced errors. Novak does 16 more winners and unforced errors. Man, I'm impressed from Novak, especially his hitting his forehand so damn good. I don't know if I've ever seen Novak play this good clay court tennis. Probably I have when he was in absolute peak of his career in 2011, 2015. But he's not far away from that level. He really isn't, guys. He somehow, these heavy conditions is not troubling him. He's doing a bunch of winners. You know, guys, I followed Novak Djokovic's career a long time, over 12 to 13 years now. Novak used to, in the past, he used to rely on his opponent's mistakes and unforced errors. He was waiting for his opponents to do mistakes. He has been, during his career, sometimes, even maybe many times, been a kind of a pusher and waited for his opponents to do mistakes. But in this year's French Open, in all of his matches, he's doing much more winners than unforced errors. Even though he has faced easy opponents, I'm not saying that. But against Karen, who is top 20 player in the world, he still did much more winners than unforced errors. It was not like he was waiting for Karen Khachanov to miss. And he did only 2 aces against Karen Khachanov. So 42 of those 44 winners are clean winners off the ground. But it will be a different test against Pablo Carreño Busta. Pablo Carreño Busta doesn't hit the ball as hard as Karen Khachanov. But Pablo Carreño Busta will challenge Novak from the baseline. Pablo Carreño Busta will chase down every ball. Pablo Carreño Busta will protect the baseline. It will not be easy to hit through Pablo Carreño Busta. At least not easier than Karen Khachanov, because in my opinion, Pablo Carreño Busta is PCB. He has so long name. It will be harder to hit through. And Pablo doesn't have any big weapons. I like his forehand. He can do a bunch of winners with his forehand, but he doesn't have a superior backhand or superior returns or superior serve. So obviously Novak Djokovic is a much better player than Pablo. But that doesn't mean that Novak will have easy time. But Pablo he's playing really good tennis. I was impressed from him against RBA in the third round. Took him out in 4 sets. Blasted 65 winners against RBA. Yesterday against this qualified German guy, I knew that Pablo would win, of course. But Pablo did a decent match, really good match. The German qualified, he took out Berrettini, and that doesn't say much to me. Berrettini has been in a long honeymoon since US Open last year. But anyway, Pablo took him out in straight sets, no problem. 44 winners, 27 unforced errors. He does 17 more winners than unforced errors, Pablo. So, but I think Djokovic will be he will be too solid in this matchup, really. Many people are believing that Pablo maybe will take 1 set from Novak, and that could happen, absolutely. But what I have seen of Novak, he looks composed, he looks focused, he looks dedicated. He looks like he's on a mission. Like I said, I don't know if I've ever seen Novak Djokovic play this good clay court tennis. He was pretty good last year as well. Won his first 5 matches in straight sets. Novak Djokovic in French Open, but then he faced Dominic Thiem in the semifinals, and we all know he lost a epic 5 battle there. But it is not a shame to lose against Dominic Thiem on clay. We all know that Dominic Thiem has been the second best clay court player in the world the last 2 years, and lost 2 straight French Open finals against Rafael Nadal. I'm saying Djokovic wins this one in straights. All right, that is my prediction. All right, we go to the next match. Maybe Pablo can take 1 set, but I don't know, man. I'm just feeling comfortable picking Djokovic in straights. Maybe I will be wrong. Let's see. The other match, the second match we start from the top section of the draw, is between Tsitsipas and Rublev. This one, guys, look, of these 4 quarterfinals predictions, 2 matches are easier to me to predict, and 2 matches are much harder. You probably can guess who of the 2 matches are more hard. And one of them, I'm coming to that now, between Rublev and Tsitsipas. These are 2 up-and-coming young stars of future of tennis. They are still really good. Of course, they will be even better in the future because they are so young. Both are 22 years old, and they faced each other just a couple of weeks ago in Hamburg on a very, very tight match there, where Rublev won in 3 sets. And the head-to-head between these 2 are 2-1 to Rublev, if you count that first meeting in that next-gen semifinals match in Milano, Italy, which Tsitsipas won. But on the ATP Tour circus, Tsitsipas has not defeated, actually, Rublev. So Rublev defeated Tsitsipas in last year's US Open first round, 4 sets. And Rublev defeated Tsitsipas just a couple of weeks ago in Hamburg on clay in 3 tight sets. So this is their second clay court battle, their second clay court match that they will face each other in this quarterfinal matchup in Roland Garros. Of course, this match can go either way, man. Rublev is playing some really good tennis, and he's showing some really good, consistent results. He was in quarterfinal in the Open, lost to Medvedev there last month, Rublev. And now he's in his second straight back-to-back quarterfinal appearance in a slam here in French Open. I believe it is his first ever quarterfinal appearance in French Open, Rublev. So, and Tsitsipas as well, for that sake. His first ever quarterfinal appearance in French Open. Man, what can I say? Both of these 2 players started the event by playing 5-set match in their first round matches. Rublev against Sam Querrey, Tsitsipas against Munar, but they came through both of those two big tests. And after that, Tsitsipas has won his matches in straight sets. Rublev has won his matches in 2 matches in straights. I'm sorry, 1 match in straight and 2 matches in 4 sets. Man, look, Tsitsipas, I've been impressed from Tsitsipas since after that first round. The first round, he struggled, but he did a great job coming back from 2-love down. The same for Rublev coming back from 2-love down against Sam Querrey. But after that, Tsitsipas has played some good tennis, man. He has shown some good results. Have not done many errors. In his last match against Grigor Dimitrov, he did 30 unforced errors for sure, but that is not crazy much. But he did 24 winners, 6 more unforced errors than winners. Yeah. It is not a disaster, but I'm not impressed from Grigor Dimitrov. Grigor Dimitrov, man, he's a spent force. Even though he's not crazy old, Grigor Dimitrov has some time still left. He's not 23 years old, but he's not over 30 years old, Grigor. But man, Tsitsipas was winning 71% behind the first serve and 71% behind second serves. That says everything about Grigor Dimitrov's returns, which are horrible. So that this one will be a much tougher battle for Tsitsipas against Rublev. Rublev is a man. He's a great player from the baseline. Doesn't do a lot of errors, even though he did 47 unforced errors against Fusovic and 44 winners. So he does 3 more errors than winners, Rublev. But Fusovic is not an easy dude to take out, really. Fusovic has underachieved during his career, in my opinion. Man, he has some great tennis in him, Fusovic. He can hit the ball hard from the both wings, forehand and backhand. He's a great mover, Fusovic. So to take out Fusovic in 4 sets, that is impressive, in my opinion. Fusovic is not an easy dude, to say the least. Let's face it. So great match from Rublev against Fusovic. Fusovic took the first set, then Rublev took the other 3 Romanian sets and won the match in 4 sets. I picked Rublev to defeat Tsitsipas in that Hamburg final. And I was right. Rublev won that match, even though we all know that match could have gone either way. But to be quite honest, Tsitsipas was the better player the majority of the match, besides the last 4 games. The last 4 games, Tsitsipas collapsed against Rublev in that Hamburg final. The last 4 games, Tsitsipas won only 2 points, Rublev won 16 points. Tsitsipas was serving for the match, he collapsed it. I think that Tsitsipas he's more composed. He will be more focused. He will be more calm. He has won all his matches besides the first one in straight sets. I will pick Tsitsipas winning this one. I'm not sure. This match can go either way. I'm absolutely not confident in this pick, but I don't know. I just feel that Tsitsipas he has a better serve, especially better second serve. He has a better forehand than Rublev, even though the Rublev's forehand is really good. Rublev's backhand is better than Tsitsipas' backhand, so I know that Rublev will attack Tsitsipas' backhand. He will penetrate that shot like he did in Hamburg with success. It will depend how Tsitsipas will handle those cross-court rallies between Rublev's backhand towards Tsitsipas' backhand. Tsitsipas needs to try as much as possible, go around and hit as many forehands as possible. In that way, I'm pretty confident he will win. But if he stucks playing backhand to backhands with Rublev and trying slicing and hitting, Rublev will get a lot of errors from Tsitsipas' backhand. I think so. But I have a feeling that Tsitsipas will attack the net. He's a pretty good net player. He will go around and hit as many forehands as possible. He will serve good. And in the end, and I think he will be clutch as well. He was pretty clutch against Grigor. Saved 3 out of 3 breakpoint opportunities that Tsitsipas had against him. So he showed some good clutchness there. And he was mentally tough in that second set as well against Grigor. Won that second set 11-9, Tsitsipas. So he's showing some good clutchness, Tsitsipas, and he's showing some great mentally strength as well. I think that Tsitsipas will win this battle against Rublev in, say 4 sets. Say 4 sets. It can go to 5, but I will say 4 sets. I'm not confident in this one. Absolutely not. And then we have the third match. Now we are on the bottom section of the draw. This is another matchup that I'm not absolutely sure about the winner, between Diego Schwartzman and Dominic Thiem. Before the event started, I had Dominic to go to the semifinals. I was pretty confident in my prediction there. But after seeing the tournament being played, after seeing Dominic, his match against Gaston, even though Gaston he impressed me, especially with his drop shots and especially with his court coverage, Dominic didn't do a hell of a great match, in my opinion. 63 errors against Gaston. It is way too many errors. Yeah, he blasted 59 winners. That is a lot of winners, but he still does way too many errors, in my opinion. Dominic Thiem, and he was not returning amazingly good. He needs to find better returns. And Diego Schwartzman, he has won all his matches straight sets. He's looking good. He did a great run in Rome. Took out Rafa. Took out Shapo. To take out Shapo, it is not a murderous, great achievement because Shapo is not any Rafael Nadal, but in that tournament Shapo was playing some really good tennis, and Diego took him out in 3 tight sets. And against Rafa in the quarterfinal, Diego did his match of his life, in my opinion. And now he has started the French Open like he more or less was playing in Rome. With all his matches, he has won in straight sets. But the head-to-head between these two guys is 6-2 to Dominic Thiem. They have faced each other 3 times on clay, 2-1 to Thiem. But they have never faced each other in a 5-set match on French Open, on clay. I don't know what to say. Thiem is a better tennis player than Diego Schwartzman, in my opinion. Thiem he hits the ball much heavier than Diego Schwartzman. Thiem can overpower Diego Schwartzman. Thiem can hit through Diego Schwartzman, even though it is not easy hitting through Diego Schwartzman, especially not on these heavy conditions. Just ask Rafa Nadal when he couldn't hit through Diego Schwartzman in Rome. Because it was pretty heavy conditions in Rome. They played a night match, and we all know that when you play tennis in night matches, it is much harder to hit through than to play matches in day sessions. So Thiem will have big problems hitting through Diego Schwartzman, who is a speed demon and runs down every single ball. and Diego Schwartzman will squeeze out a lot of unforced errors from Dominic Thiem's racket. If Gaston could squeeze out 63 unforced errors from Dominic Thiem, you can just imagine what Diego will do. But I don't know, man. I have a feeling that Dominic Thiem is a better player than Diego Schwartzman on clay. It is the reason why we have called Dominic Thiem in the last 2 years the second best clay court player in the world after Rafael Nadal. We have not called that Diego Schwartzman. Dominic had a tough battle against Gaston. It was a 5-set, but it was not like the match was 5 hours or something like that. I don't know. The match was 3.5 hours, something like that, between Dominic and Gaston. So many people believe that the tank will be pretty empty for Dominic Thiem, but I'm not of those who believe that. Dominic is a pretty strong physical guy. You don't see him tired very often. We all know that. He trains like a machine. We all know he's a strong dude physically. So I don't think his tank will be empty against Diego. I don't think so. But if the match goes long, if the match goes over 3 or 4 hours, then we can see Dominic be tired. Like we saw in US Open, he was cramping in the last towards the last games against Sasha Zverev in that US Open final. We all remember that. So Diego will try to make this match as brutal, as physical, as long as possible. Diego has great returns. Diego will take in a lot of balls into the court. He will throw everything at Thiem, and he will try to squeeze as many unforced errors from Thiem as possible. But I don't think Diego will destroy Thiem's rhythm like Gaston did. Diego, yes, he does drop shots as well, but he will not do as many drop shots as Gaston did. I don't know, man, how many drop shots Gaston did against Dominic Thiem. Over 50 drop shots for sure Gaston did. I'm not sure that Diego will do over 50. No, I'm pretty sure Diego will not do over 50 drop shots against Thiem. So Thiem will play the match against Diego from the baseline. This will be a duel from the ground. Who will be the better player from the baseline? And Thiem is great from the baseline, but Diego is that as well. Man, I don't know. This winner will be who is the best who will be the better player of the day. It can go either way, but I will say Thiem in 4 sets. I will say Thiem in 4 sets, because if this match goes to 5th set, man, maybe that Thiem will be empty in his tank. Considering he played 5 sets against Gaston and then coming through 2 days later, play 5 sets against Diego. I don't know if Thiem can handle that. I don't know. He's strong physically, we know that, but he can. We saw in US Open against Sasha Zverev, he was cramping. He was cramping in the last in that tiebreak, in that 5th set tiebreak. So Thiem's chance to win, I think, he needs to do it in 4 sets, and I think he will do it in 4 sets. My prediction is Thiem comes through against Diego in 4 sets. Absolutely not sure. I'm not sure about Thiem winning against Diego in 4 sets. I'm not sure about Tsitsipas winning against Rublev in 4 sets. These 2 matches are the 2 matches that I am absolutely not sure about the winner. All right, then we have the last encounter. It is between Rafa Nadal and this young upcoming superstar from Italy, Jannik Sinner. Many people seem to believe that Jannik Sinner can take 1 set from Rafa Nadal, and yeah, he maybe will do it. I would not be shocked if he does it, but I will be surprised. And it is shocked and surprised are 2 different words, in my opinion. Jannik Sinner he has played some good tennis. He has taken out some good names. He destroyed Goffin in the 1st round. He took out Zverev in the 4th round in 4 sets, even though Zverev, we know he was sick. But Zverev is not any Rafa Nadal. Zverev did 47 unforced errors and only 20 winners. So he does 27 more unforced errors than winners Zverev. And Rafa Nadal will not give Sasha Zverev any Thanksgiving gifts. That's for sure. Rafa Nadal is not any Santa Claus. Rafa Nadal will not disappear from matches. Rafa Nadal will not go on honeymoon during matches like other players can do. Zverev, Federer, Djokovic sometimes, you name it. Thiem absolutely as well. Rafa Nadal will be in that match against Jannik Sinner from the 1st ball to the last ball. And Jannik Sinner reality will cut up into him and say, man, this guy, everybody has said he's a beast on clay. And of course, also have said, because probably has also said sometimes in his life, he's a clay court beast, Yannick Sinner. But now he will face the beast in real life, in a tennis court, and he will know, and he will really realize how difficult Rafael is to handle on clay. We all know he's a big hitter, Yannick Sinner. He reminds me of Thomas Berdych. He hits the ball really heavy, and when he hits the ball, it doesn't look like he hits the ball real flawless. Like it doesn't seem like he's hitting hard or he's doing so big swings and crushing the ball, but somehow he hits the ball easy, but the ball goes so fast. Exactly like Thomas Berdych as well did. And they are big guys like Thomas Berdych. But Yannick Sinner has a much better backhand than Thomas Berdych. But the forehand is as good as Thomas Berdych, man. Thomas Berdych forehand, it was murderous good. And we all know the head-to-head between Rafa and Berdych, it was 21-4. So Rafa was owning Thomas Berdych. And these two has never faced each other, Rafa and Yannick Sinner. This will be their first ever matchup in their careers, and for sure not the last. So when Rafa will face Yannick Sinner, it will be for him like he's facing Thomas Berdych. And like I said, Rafa was owning Thomas Berdych, man, and I think he will own Yannick Sinner. I think Rafa will win this one in straight sets. I will be surprised if Yannick Sinner takes one set from Rafa. Yeah, he's the ball big. He's a heavy hitter, but he's not the greatest mover. And the key to beat Yannick Sinner, the key to destroy Yannick Sinner, the key to make Yannick Sinner uncomfortable is to make him move. It's to make him move left, right. If you give him time, if you give him short balls, he will demolish you. He will crush you. Exactly like Berdych also used to do. How do you defeat Berdych? Like making him move. Left, right. And Rafa will do the same with Yannick Sinner. He will make him move left, right. He will not let Yannick Sinner dictate the balls. Because if you let Yannick Sinner dictate the balls, he will crush you. He will do a lot of winners. And Rafael Nadal is too smart of a player to do that. He will try to make Yannick Sinner move, and he will do it. And yeah, Yannick Sinner hits the ball really hard, but you have to hit it with control as well. And he doesn't always hit it with control. Yeah, he has won 4 matches. Yeah, he has done it. But he did 56 unforced errors against Sasha Zverev, against the 6 Sasha Zverev. 56 unforced errors. And 39 winners. So he still does 17 more unforced errors than winners. Yannick Sinner. So if Sasha Zverev or 6 Sasha Zverev can squeeze out 56 unforced errors from Yannick Sinner's racket, you just can imagine what Rafa Nadal will do. No, man, you know what? Yannick Sinner will not take a set from Rafa Nadal. I think Rafa wins this one in straight sets because Rafa will not let Yannick Sinner dictating like Sasha did. Sasha was too passive, for God's sakes. He was letting Yannick Sinner do all the hard hitting, all the winners. He was letting Yannick Sinner hit his heavy, murderous, powerful ground strokes inside the baseline. Do you think that Rafa will do that? Will be stupid and let Yannick Sinner hit the majority of the points inside the baseline? No, Rafa will push Yannick Sinner far from the baseline, so he cannot penetrate the ball with a lot of winners with his heavy ground strokes. You will see. Many players doesn't give Rafa enough credit for him to be smart. And we all know he's murderous talented, he's murderous consistent, the most consistent tennis player that we have ever seen when it comes to play every single ball like a match point. But we don't give him a lot of credit for being a really smart player as well. He knows how to play opponents, in how to play different styles. He knows that Yannick Sinner is a new version of Thomas Berdych. He knows that. And he knows he knew how to take down Thomas Berdych, and he will do the same against Yannick Sinner. The only way I can see Yannick Sinner threat Rafa Nadal is if Rafa Nadal gets passive, if Rafa Nadal gives Yannick Sinner time, if Rafa Nadal plays a lot of short balls into the court, that is the way Rafa Nadal will be in big trouble. But Rafa Nadal will not play tennis in that way. Absolutely not. So the winners of these quarterfinal predictions are Novak Djokovic against PCB, Tsitsipas against Rublev, Dominic Thiem against Diego Schwartzman, and Rafa Nadal against Yannick Sinner. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed this long 30-minute video, and I hope enjoy the tennis that we have ahead of us. Take care and bye-bye.